Dr. Karen here with the weekly Healthy Habits, Healthy Life video series. And today is, I believe, episode 6. And we are going to be talking about mouth taping. Yes, how exciting. Last week we talked about tongue position and how it's important whenever you can think of it and when you're not flapping your gums like I am, to actually place the tongue at the roof of your mouth about a pinky width distance away from the teeth and just adhere it there as much as you can. And I actually have better tongue muscle strength now than I did when I first started this practice, which I thought was very difficult. So other people call it mewing, and there may be other aspects of mewing, and I'm not a mewing teacher, but I did interview the creator of mewing, Dr. Michael Mew, to talk about kind of a revolutionary, easy way to kind of restructure your jaw, even in children, so they're less likely to need braces and things like that. And it's still good for adults as well, because a displaced tongue causes double chin. So now we're also going to talk about mouth taping today, because I was learning from Patrick McCowan, who is one of the preeminent teachers of the Decay breathing method. I'll talk about that in another video. And here's the thing. We are supposed to breathe in and out through our nose. Yes. Unless you're doing some sort of, sometimes seemingly weird Kundalini yoga breath technique, which is, I've done Kundalini yoga and it's really fun, but it's super weird sometimes. Okay. Because you're like, not quite like that. But anyway, you are supposed to breathe through your nose. Now, what happens when you sleep at night, though? This is what happens. Right? And that tongue can kind of, that wasn't very attractive, I know. That tongue can kind of like fall back to the back of your mouth. And what happens, your mouth is open. And then when the air goes in and out through your mouth, that actually causes tooth decay. Yeah, I didn't know that until recently. So you want to keep the teeth moist. You want to keep your mouth closed. But you know what? It's actually kind of hard to do that. So now some people don't have a problem in this area, and I'm like, I salute you. It's awesome. But I've noticed before mouth taping and then after mouth taping, there's a huge difference. I actually stay asleep better. My mouth doesn't get as dry, and I don't snore as much or at all, depending on, whether I ate a bunch of ice cream or cheese the night before. Now, this is a myotape. So this is from Patrick McCown's site, but you can get this at myotape.com. I'm not a distributor or anything like that, but I do get it in bulk from him. Can you see that, guys? Myotape. There we go. Yeah, myotape.com. And I'll put the links underneath this video on YouTube once it, is all done with the live stream. You can get paper tape as well. So the paper tape is the kind that they use for IVs, in the hospital for people that are there chronically staying there. It looks like paper. It's very, very thin, and it's sticky, but not too sticky. Now with the paper tape, you can literally just put it over, just over the lips. Now, some people, when they sleep at night, they have some anxiety about their lips being taped closed. It's actually not that bad, guys. Okay, so you can definitely try it. You can always rip it off, right? If it's really uncomfortable. Obviously, you have to have enough nasal airway, breathing so that you can have your mouth closed. If not, you may do other things to get your nasal passages unblocked. And some of it you can do with breathing. Other things you may have to have structurally done, but it's not a really good idea to continue breathing through your mouth. So with the paper tape, it's great because it's very hypoallergenic and it's inexpensive, well, relatively, and you can get that just at your local drugstore. And just put a piece of tape right over the lips here, and you're less likely to get allergic, reactions and tape burn and things like that, right? Don't put, duct tape, masking tape, scotch tape on your skin. And some of the other like kinesio tape and things like that over your lips themselves is a little too much sticky. Okay, it's going to be too stressful for the skin to tolerate that kind of thing day in and day out. Now, the myotape is really interesting. I'm going to take it out of the package. It is made of something similar to kinesio tape. I don't believe that the stick is as great as kinesio tape, but apparently the glue that they use is some special Japanese glue. And it is hypoallergenic. And given that I used to be allergic to stuff like this, I don't really have a reaction to this. So you can definitely try it. It is a little bit tricky sometimes to peel it off. So you can do it a couple ways. Classically with kinesio tape, you kind of break the middle and then you peel off the sides. But I'm going to waste one here right now just to show you how I do it. Now it's very interesting because they say to stretch it about a third, wider than your mouth. And sometimes it catches on the corners of the mouth. And so I have to kind of reposition it here. And then sometimes I notice that if I go like this, I put it through, then I'm like ducklets throughout the night, well, I could do my Angelina Jolie impersonation, of course. Now, will this cause lines and wrinkles on your mouth? I don't know. I'm still experimenting with how to put this on ideally, but I'll show you what I do right now. So I just take the corner, and this curls really easily, so just be careful. So take the corner very gently here. Okay. Oops, that wasn't the corner. There we go. All right. So now I've got this little guy, right? It's a little square. So what I do is I take my hands like this. So that's on top, and this is on the bottom like this. Okay. And then I stretch it, and you can have like no expression. I've tried smiling. I've tried, different, like slightly puckering. Doesn't seem to make a big difference. So I'll just stretch it. Hard to do it without a mirror here. Okay, it might have been a little wide. Okay, so I didn't quite do it evenly because I can't see what I'm doing. Let's see if I can get this further out. If you stretch it too much, it'll go, Okay. Well, this isn't perfect. Okay, so as you can see, this is not centered very well. Like I said, let me look over here so I can see what I'm doing. Nope, not that way. There we go. That may be slightly better. Yeah, the camera goes opposite, so I go left and my image goes right. Okay, so there you go. So you can see there's a little bit of puffiness here. Sometimes I'll take the sides here and just smile, and then just squish it back down. I'll probably overstretch it here a little bit, and my skin's oily because I haven't washed my face yet. So it's an imperfect thing, but yeah, it actually keeps your mouth closed. It is stretchy, so I can talk through it, but it helps you just gently keep your mouth closed at night and breathing through your nose. Okay. And you don't want to do what I just did, which is take it all the way off and put it back on. Okay. I'm just for demonstration purposes. And you do want to wash your face beforehand. And if you do put some lotion on, make sure it's kind of a light lotion. Otherwise, it'll just fall off because it's like too oily and it won't stick. So those are a couple of other tips. But I love sleeping with this. First of all, because I don't really like the feeling of paper tape right over my lips. This around it feels better to me. So I really like this, and I know there are other brands. Mouth taping is going to be all the rage soon. I see ads on Instagram. But I really respect Patrick McCown's work, so I want to support him as well. So myotape.com, they have children's sizes. I use a large. Does that mean I have a big mouth? Maybe. Then there's like, smaller size. They have ones for athletes, and I haven't tried that one, but ideally when you're doing athletic pursuits, if you can breathe in and out through your mouth, that would be ideal because your oxygen saturation, well, the oxygen falls off the hemoglobin better when your CO2 levels are slightly higher. Because if you overbreathe and you breathe too much, you actually, the oxygen molecule doesn't, come off the hemoglobin to feed your muscles when you're exercising. So even though I'm not a big fan of masks, as many of you know, it actually, to some degree, when used, on purpose for just a few minutes, can help you increase the CO2 in this area to help you breathe. And if you practice breathing very, very slowly in and out through your mouth, deeply but slowly, you'll actually raise the CO2. You'll actually have air hunger. The air hunger actually helps the oxygen be delivered to your tissues. Go figure, right? So anyway, so this is kind of what it looks like. And I highly recommend it. So nose breathing for adults. Remember, there's many sizes. And like I said, you can just go to the local store and just get paper tape if you don't mind it right over your lips. It's generally well tolerated. And if I do run out of this, I do bring paper tape, if I travel or something like that. But now I just bought like 10 of these guys, like 10. This is just one sheet. There is, let's see, you're probably going to ask me how many are in here. I can't tell. Okay, so there's 6. So 6 per, oh my gosh, there's so many. I've already used a bunch. So gosh, there's a lot, probably 100 or something like that. Anyway, there's a lot in here. And so I bought 10 at a time because I don't want to run out again, because I found them really, really helpful. And I think it does help with, less snoring. It protects your teeth so it doesn't, decay, because it's like getting air in and out through your mouth all night long. And I think it's going to help the quality of your sleep as well. So check it out. This is one of my healthy habits and that I want to share with you this week. And I look forward to next week's episode. And we will see you later. If you have any questions about mouth taping, you can definitely post it in the comments and let me know, if this is new to you, if this is helpful. Just let me know in the comments. And thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.